Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the darkest chapters in history as we explore the chilling story of Jim Jones, the notorious cult leader behind the infamous Jonestown Massacre. Join us on this harrowing journey to uncover the manipulative tactics, twisted ideologies, and the devastating consequences of one man's unrelenting pursuit of power. Let's get started. Born in 1931 in rural Indiana, Jim Jones grew up during the Great Depression. As a child, he developed an interest in religion and spirituality, often preaching to other children and organizing funeral ceremonies for deceased animals. Jones's mother, Lynetta, was a driving force behind his religious interests, as she believed her son was destined for greatness. During his teenage years, Jones became heavily influenced by communist ideologies and sought to integrate these ideas with his religious beliefs. He pursued a career as a preacher and was known for his charismatic preaching style, quickly gaining a following. In the 1950s, Jones founded the People's Temple, a religious organization that initially promoted racial integration, social justice, and community service. He was heavily inspired by the Pentecostal movement and other charismatic religious groups, incorporating elements of their worship style into the People's Temple. Jones was also deeply influenced by prominent civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and used this connection to draw followers from various racial and socioeconomic backgrounds. As the People's Temple expanded, so did Jones's control over his followers. He convinced members to sign over their assets and personal property to the organization, leaving them financially dependent on the group. Jones also began to exert control over his followers' personal lives, dictating their relationships, marriages, and family structures. Behind the scenes, Jones employed a variety of psychological control techniques to maintain his grip on his followers. He used public humiliation and corporal punishment to enforce obedience, while also manipulating members with promises of spiritual salvation and threats of divine retribution. Jones also staged fake faith healings to bolster his image as a divine figure with supernatural powers. As Jones's paranoia and control grew, so did reports of abuse and misconduct within the People's Temple. Former members shared stories of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, which attracted the attention of the media and law enforcement. Amid growing scrutiny and allegations of abuse, Jones moved his followers to a remote settlement in Guyana, which he dubbed Jonestown. The move was intended to create a utopian society, free from the influence of the U.S. government and other perceived enemies. In reality, life in Jonestown became increasingly oppressive, with members subjected to grueling work schedules, inadequate food, and poor living conditions. Jones's paranoia escalated during this time as he convinced his followers that they were under threat from the U.S. government, the CIA, and other external forces. He also instituted a system of informants and spies within the community, further eroding trust and fostering an atmosphere of fear. As conditions in Jonestown worsened, some members attempted to escape or send messages to their loved ones, detailing the abuse and suffering they endured. These actions caught the attention of U.S. Congressman Leo Ryan, who led a delegation to investigate the situation in November 1978. Upon arrival, Ryan was initially greeted warmly, but tensions quickly escalated as several members pleaded to leave Jonestown with the delegation. In response, Jones ordered gunmen to ambush the group, resulting in the tragic deaths of Ryan and 4 others. In the wake of the attack, Jones spiraled further into madness, convincing his followers that they had no choice but to commit revolutionary suicide to escape persecution. On November 18, 1978, over 900 men, women, and children died after drinking cyanide-laced fruit punch, in what would become one of the largest mass suicides in history. Jones himself died from a gunshot wound, leaving behind a legacy of terror, manipulation, and untold suffering. The horror of the Jonestown Massacre shocked the world, raising questions about the power dynamics within cults and the susceptibility of individuals to charismatic, manipulative leaders. The tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of blind devotion and the potential for catastrophe when power is wielded without restraint. In the years since Jonestown, numerous documentaries, books, and articles have attempted to make sense of the tragedy, analyzing the mind of Jim Jones and the factors that led to the massacre. Survivors of the Jonestown tragedy have also shared their stories, offering valuable insights into the inner workings of the People's Temple and the impact of Jones's manipulation. The chilling story of Jim Jones and the Jonestown Massacre serves as an important reminder of the need for vigilance in identifying and addressing the warning signs of dangerous cults and manipulative leaders. Education and awareness are critical in preventing such tragedies from occurring in the future. By learning from this dark chapter in history, we can work towards fostering a society that values critical thinking, empathy, and the importance of questioning authority. Thank you for joining us on this haunting exploration of the life of Jim Jones and the horrifying events that transpired in Jonestown. If you found this video both captivating and informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more chilling stories and insightful discussions. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below, and let us know if there are any other topics you'd like us to cover. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you in our next video.